Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Kuma's Kitchen. And what do I have today? Well, I had this jar of blueberries. It's really nice. They're Oregon blueberries. They come in a light syrup. And I've been wanting to make something with them. So what I've come up with is blueberry cheesecake pots. Yeah, you go down through, there's layers here. There's 3 different layers. You got the blueberry on top, which thickens up a bit. You go down through the cheesecakey part, and then you actually have a walnut crust at the bottom. That's really good. You're just, flavors are hitting you, basically. That is so good. Oh, you gotta have some of this. So let's go in the kitchen and make it right now. All right, there's 3 layers in this dessert. So we're gonna make layer 1 right now. Very simple ingredients. We've got a 1/4 cup of butter, a 1/4 cup of my light brown sugar, unrefined cane sugar. And then over here, I've got 1 cup of walnut pieces. So a couple things we need to do. First, we're gonna get the butter melted. So into the small pot, bring that up on a low heat. Let's get that right down there. We don't want to burn the butter, just keep it low. And just skate that around a little bit. All right, let that start melting. While that's melting, we're gonna get the walnuts into the food processor. Sugar can go in there with it. All right. And then just gonna pulse that until we've reduced the walnuts to basically like coarse corn. I can't speak today. Coarse sand. Okay, all right. Here we go. Hey, quickly, while he's doing that, I got a quick announcement for you. So I've created a new reference place. It's called Kansai Travel Guide. There's going to be all kinds of great information there. We've got 1 new video up there already, more coming. Go check it out. Go click the link in the pinned comments down below. Now, back to the recipe. Let's see. Grab a little bit of that out of there. Yeah, look at that. So you can see it's got the little bits and pieces in there. That's perfect. That's good. That's ready to go. How's our butter? Okay, gonna be about another minute for that butter. Just gonna skate that around, melt it. Okay, butter's melted. That's ready to go. So what we're gonna do now, turn that heat off, get this lid on, and then with it running, just gonna drizzle the butter in. I'm gonna pulse it a little bit. That seems to have come together. Okay. Off goes that. I've got 4, I always forget what they're called. We call them kokoto pots in Japanese. There's a name for them in English, but you can see what they are. Okay. So all I'm going to do is divvy this up amongst them. So a little bit amongst in each one. All right, basically looks like we got a pretty even amount divvied up amongst all 3 of those, or 4 of those. Can't talk, can't count. Really messed up today, huh? All right, now, get that out of the way. What you want to do now is just kind of tamp that down a little bit. So just kind of, we can use that spoon again. Just tamp that down into place. So we got a nice flat bottom. All right. Doesn't have to be perfect, but About like that. All right, what I'm gonna do now is gonna quickly throw those in the refrigerator, chill them a little bit, and we're gonna make the next layer. Be right back. All right, we're into layer 2 now, which is the cream cheesy layer. I love this layer. And what we've got, first across the front here, we have 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream. That's 35%. I've got a half a cup of icing sugar. I've got 6 ounces or 170 grams of cream cheese. I can't get the block cream cheese like you guys get the big block Philadelphia. I'm getting these little pieces. I unfold each one, but hey, it works. It's still, you do not want, I always want the blocky cream cheese. I don't want the spreadable. That's different. It's got a different texture altogether. And then over here we have 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So first thing we're going to do is take that cream cheese. Now, cream cheese at room temperature, but it's a little chilly here. Yeah, Osaka's gotten really cold again. I do not know what's going on with our weather. We're chilled right down, back to wearing winter coats. But yeah, that's going to cream nicely anyways. Okay, so cream that up a bit. All right. Yeah, it's getting soft. That's good. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to cream in, well, we're going to cream in the icing sugar. And let's just get that started. Now put the vanilla in there too. Just get that started a little bit. And now sprinkle across the vanilla. A little bit of liquid will help too. All right. And just cream that all together. So we get the icing sugar incorporated into the cream cheese. Okay, that's starting to come together. So that looks good. All right, let's put that off to one side for right now. What we're gonna do now is whip up the whipped cream. So I've got my bigger bowl here. In goes the cream. It's cold, should whip up pretty easy. All right, so I'm gonna whip it. Basically just stiff peak stage. We want it good whipped, because we've got to mix it into there. Okay, that's stiff peaks. You see it's really stiffened up. That's what we want. So quickly get the excess off of these. Come on out of there. That one just gonna have to be licked. In our house, it's always when I whip cream up for, like, we're having something for dessert or whatever, and the minute the beater finishes, Reiko comes running into the kitchen, is we each get one and lick all the whipped cream off it. It's so good. I get these all to myself today because I'm here by myself. Hey, all right. What I'm gonna do now is you've got this creamed up cream cheese mixture here, and you start folding the whipped cream into that. So let's get all that in there. All right. Actually, that's going to work really good. Even better than the spoon is to use my little rubber spatula here. Okay, I've got some here. Off to one side. All right, now I just kind of fold it in, bring together the cream cheese mixture, the whipped cream, like that. Oh, look at that. That's going to be absolutely delicious. All I'm doing is folding over like this. See? Going underneath, pulling, folding over. Underneath, pulling, folding over. And that is all come together. So now, I'm going to go grab those little pots that I've been chilling. All right, so those have been chilling away over there. That's just solidified them a little bit, so it could be easier to spread the cream across the top. And now, spooning that in there. Divvy this up amongst the 4 pots. All right, that looks about even. So what you're gonna do now, we can use something like this just to smooth down in there. So you wanna get a nice smooth layer, because afterwards you're gonna put the blueberry on top of here. So get that smoothed around like that. Same here. Now if you were doing this in some, let's say you're doing some glass pots, you want to be a bit more careful so you don't smoosh up the sides like I do there. You'd want to nice and clean. But with these, it doesn't really matter. We're not going to see that. So all we're going to see is that nice blueberry topping. And then the layers as you dig through it with your spoon. It's going to be great. All right. That is now all smoothed out. Now this is going to have to chill for a couple of hours. 2-3 hours back in the refrigerator, and then come back and make the blueberry topping. See you then. And now we're on to the 3rd layer. So the 3rd layer is the blueberries. What I've got here is I've got 1 cup of blueberries, and these are bottled blueberries. Very nice. Select grower in a light syrup. So it's a little sweet, the syrup, not heavily sweet. This is from the Oregon Berry Packing Company. So this is what I'm using. I've got 1 cup of berries. I've got a 1/4 cup of the syrup there. Like I said, it's a very light syrup. It's got a little bit of a zip to it, like a little lemony taste, but a little sweet. I've got another 2 tablespoons over here, which can be used afterwards for thickening, along with a 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch. And then, because it's lightly sweet, I've just added 1 tablespoon of my favorite light brown sugar. So, first thing we're going to do, put this juice in here, the berries, and the sugar. And then I'm just going to start cooking that on a very low heat. Just give it a stir every once in a while. And also, kind of breaking up some of the berries. We don't need them all whole like that, so as you're stirring, as they get softer from cooking, just break them up a little bit. So we're gonna do that for about 10 minutes. Just get this nicely cooked, and I'll be back. All right, those have been simmering away for about 10 minutes now. What I'm gonna do now, we're gonna want to smoosh them. We got the potato masher. And just go down and just gently, well, maybe not so gently, crush them. It's gonna make for a really nice topping. They don't have to be worried about all of them being crushed, but we want to get most of them. So we get like a, kind of like a, I guess like a jam. There, you see that? So now we've crushed a bunch of them. Get that back in there. Here, have a look at that, see? That's looking good. Now what I'm gonna do is I've got, oh, well, it helped if I had a spoon on hand. You know, when you're in the kitchen, anything will work. Oh, back end of the spoon. There we go. So what I want to do now is I want to dissolve the cornstarch into that 2 tablespoons of juice. We want to get it fully dissolved before we get in there, otherwise it's just going to get into big lumps. So we dissolve it in here, give it a stir around, break up any lumps. That's looking good. There we go. All right. And then we just pour pour that in. Now it's going to start thickening up pretty quick. Just stir it around. Give it a little cook until it starts to thicken a bit. It also, you notice how it was kind of, pasty looking, and then right away it goes clear. That's as the cornstarch gets cooked. That is perfect. All right, so that's a good. Getting a little bit, I don't want it very thick, I don't need it super thick, just a little bit. And then, that's looking good to me. Just like that. That's all we need. Turn it off. What I'm going to do now is sit for a little, cool down a bit before we put it on to the our base, because otherwise, well, it's just going to be too hot for all the cheese, the cream cheese, and the whipped cream. So let that cool for a little bit, and we'll be back. All right, so that's cooled down to room temperature. Looking really nice. These guys just came out of the fridge, nice and chilled. They've been in there for about 3 hours now, so perfect. So now I'm just gonna spoon this, divide it up on top of these. Just try for about an even amount. And then, just smooth that out a bit. There we go. Oh, that's looking nice, isn't it? And that's it. Now, what you want to do now is, first of all, oh yeah, oh, that's just perfect. Those are going to go back into the fridge, chill them up until dinner time. So you'd want about an hour of chilling if you can. It's not that critical or anything, but make this in the afternoon, stick it in the fridge, let it chill well. Great for dinner, or dessert actually. Dinner, well, could be. No, this could be dessert. All right, enjoy. All right, if you like this recipe, well, stick around. I got a bunch more coming, and there's a lot more already on the channel. These are all original Kevin Riley recipes. So give them a like if you like this kind of recipe. And, well, make sure you make this, give it a try, and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.